Good afternoon. Welcome to the Zoology first year class. Next. The last lesson, LAQs means biology, the ecology and environment. LAQs I am taking today here. That is means in this mostly the 4 LAQs are important, but the 2 LAQs are most important. They are the air pollution and the next one is the food chains. Here, next first I am taking the topic, the air pollution. Here, in the natural air, any deviation is occur that that causes the effect to the plants, effect to the plants and human being, that we call as the pollution. Means any deviation occur in natural air of environment causes adverse effects on plant and animals is called plants and human or animal. Humans are called air pollution. Here, air pollution means any deviation is occur in the natural air. Natural air, any changes occur that causes the adverse effects on the plants and the human being, that we call as the air pollution. The air pollution is mainly caused by some agents here. So which agents are causing the agents cause air pollution are called air pollutants. Are called air pollutants. Means any deviation is occur in the natural air that causes the adverse effects on the plants and human being is called as the air pollution. The which agents are carrying the air pollution, that we call as a air pollutants. Yeah. Now we are going to discuss about the different types of the air pollutants causing the air pollution. They are mainly which one is causing the air pollution means the air pollutants. First one is the carbon monoxide. I'm writing all, afterwards I will take one by one. The carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxides, aerosols, and the noise pollution. Here, in the air pollutants, we discuss about these carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxides, the NO, N2O, NO2, anyone, nitrogen oxides, aerosols, and the noise pollution. First, we are going to discuss about the carbon monoxide. First air pollutant that we call as the carbon monoxide. It is mainly produced by the combustion of fossil fuels and factory fumes also. Factory fumes, they are causing cause air pollution. These are the main sources. The carbon monoxide sources are the incomplete combustion of incomplete Combustion of fossil fuels are releasing the carbon monoxide. Factory fumes also producing the automobile exhaust also producing the carbon monoxide. What is the harmful effects are there means the harmful effects are carbon monoxide increase inside of the body, inside of the blood. Carbon monoxide increase in blood. Oxygen taking capacity in the hemoglobin decrease. Oxygen taking capacity to hemoglobin decreases. Here, next the low concentration of the carbon monoxide mainly causing the headache and blurred vision. Here, headache, blurred vision. Occur in low concentration of carbon monoxide. Here, next, it leads coma or even cause death, higher concentration in higher concentration. Here, the first air pollutant is the carbon monoxide. It is mainly produced by it is a source by the incomplete combustion of the fossil fuels. And what is the effect of the carbon monoxide means it is mainly the increase inside of the blood, the ability, the affinity, then the oxygen affinity and the hemoglobin means oxygen taking capacity to the hemoglobin is decreased, and the carbon monoxide present in the lower concentration that time it causes the blurred vision and the headache. And in the high concentration of the carbon monoxide pollution is there, that time it leads to the coma, even it causes the death also. Clear? This one is about the first air pollutant, the carbon monoxide. Next is the carbon dioxide. It is mainly by the burning of fossil fuels. Major is the burning of the fossil fuels and the automobile exhaust. What is the source? It is coming from the carbon dioxide coming from the burning of the fossil fuels and automobile exhaust, and also living organisms also. Living organisms are the living organisms release carbon dioxide, but the plants are utilizing carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. Here, this is about the sources of the carbon dioxide. What are the harmful effects means? Harmful effects. The carbon dioxide level is more than normal carbon dioxide concentration. More than normal causes the global warming. Here is causing the global warming. This global warming affect the adverse effect. They cause the adverse effects on the plants and also animals. Here, this one is about the carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is main source is the burning of the fossil fuel and the automobile exhaust and the It is also released by the living organisms after the respiration. They are releasing the carbon dioxide only, but the plants are utilizing the carbon dioxide in the photosynthesis. The water, the harmful effects means the carbon dioxide concentration is more than the normal. It is causing the global warming. This global warming causing the adverse effects on the man and the plants. Here, this one is about the second type of air pollutant. Next is the sulfur dioxide. It is also mainly the source is the burning of fossil fuels, burning of fossil fuels, and melting of the sulfur ores, melting of sulfur ores, and melting of other metals also, melting of metals. That time SO2 release in the environment. The water, the harmful effects means it causes the asthma and also it causes the cardiovascular diseases. Cardiovascular diseases and also the corrosion of buildings and monuments. Means the buildings, the Taj Mahal, they are having the yellow in color, means the corrosion of the buildings and monuments also occur by the SO2 pollution, and it also causing the asthma and the cardiovascular diseases also caused by the sulfur dioxide pollution. Here, next one is the nitrogen oxides. They may be NO, N2O, or NO2. Here, these are mainly the major source of the nitrogen oxides are the automobile exhausts. Next, these are mainly the harmful effects. Harmful effect means what? Sorry, harmful. Sorry, after the explanation, I will. Nitrogen oxide combined with sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxide combined with the sulfur dioxide and cause acid rains. Acid rains. What are the effects of the acid rains? Means harmful effects. Acidify the water bodies. Acidify the water bodies. And the damage the crops or spoil the crops buildings and monuments. Here, the acid rains, they are nitrogen oxides are combined with the sulfur dioxide and cause it as a acid rains. What is the effect of the acid rains? Means they acidify the means inside of the water, the acidity is more. Acidify the water bodies, automatically they are spoil the crops and the buildings and monuments also the spoiled by this one. Next one is the next in the nitrogen dioxide, nitrogen oxide only. Nitrogen dioxide combined with hydrocarbons in the presence of sunlight. Presence of sunlight form the photochemical smog. Photochemical smog will be formed. What is the effect of the, I'm writing here, harmful effects? The photochemical smog, what it is means, the spots occur in the effect of the photochemical smog, the spots occur on leaves. Spots present on leaves and a reduction of the photosynthesis is reduced. Photosynthesis automatically photosynthesis reduce means crops reduce. Crops will reduce. Here, this is about the photochemical smog. It means the nitrogen dioxide combined with the hydrocarbons in the presence of the sunlight and form it as a photochemical smog. This photochemical smog mainly, they are the effect of that. The leaves are appeared some spots, and also in the plants the photosynthesis is reduced. The cropping will be reduced. Here, this one is about. One more is there in the nitrogen oxide. Nitrogen oxide, the combined with the secondary pollutants. Oxides combined with secondary pollutants form PAN. What is the PAN means? Peroxy acetyl nitrate. Acetyl nitrate. Here, this one is also mainly peroxy acetyl nitrate is mainly they are what are the harmful effects means they are irritating in the human, they are giving the irritation in eyes and respiratory tract means the nitrogen oxides the combined with the secondary air pollutants and form it as a PAN. The peroxy acetyl nitrate, what is the effect of this one means they are mainly causing the irritation in eyes and the respiratory tract in human being. Here, this one is about the nitrogen oxides. Next is the aerosols. Fifth one, aerosols. These are the colloidal substances, solid substances, colloidal substances, mainly by the forest fires, and also it is occurred by the cement factories. They eliminated from the cement factories, asbestos factories, Here, forest fires, the cement factories and asbestos factories, they are producing the aerosols. These are the colloidal substances. They disperse inside of the air. And mainly, what are the harmful effects? Means they are damage the lungs. Here, they are damage the lungs. And continuously, this pollution is affected. What will happen means the heart and lung damage will occur in the aerosols. Clear? Next, last one is the noise pollution. High sound more than 120 decibels is called as a noise pollution. What are the effects of the noise pollution? Means the pollution is more than the noise pollution is more than the 150 decibels. What will happen means they are the damage the eardrums, damage eardrums, and also permanent impairment of the ear occur. Permanent impairment of hearing. Impairment in hearing. This one is about the air pollution. Air pollution, it is any deviation occur in the air, in the environment that causes the effect. That causes the effect in the human and the plants, that we call as the air pollution. Which agents are carrying the air pollution, that we call as the air pollutants. The major 6 air pollutants are there. They are called as a carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxides, aerosols, and the noise pollution. This is about the one LAQ. The next, I'm going to take the next LAQ, that is the food chains. In that lesson only, the ecology and environment, first I take the LAQ, the air pollution. Now I am going to take the second LAQ, that is the food chains. All of you know this one. In the environment, sun is the main source inside of the environment ecosystem. In the inside of the food chain, mainly number of trophic levels are present. These trophic levels are in the biological systems. The food levels are there. These food levels we call as the tropical levels. Here, tropical levels. In the biological systems, number of the food levels are there. They are called as a tropical levels. What about the tropical levels means inside of the tropical level, same type of the animals are present. These animals are having the same food habits and also same energy they can require, and they are also having the same steps in the ecosystems. That's why they are called as a tropical level. Next, in the food, mainly the food chains are 3 types are there. Food chains are 3 types. First one is the grazing food chain. Second one is the parasitic food chain. Third one is the detritus food chain. Here means the tropic levels means the animals are having the same same source of food, same energy, same steps are present, that we call as a tropic level. In the food chains are having the number of tropic levels. The food chains are 3 types are there. They are called as a grazing food chain and the parasitic food chain and the detritus food chain. First, we are going to discuss about the First, one by one, I am taking grazing food chain. Means it is started with the green plants. The grazing food chain is mainly started with the green plants. The first trophic level is started with the grass or green plants. Grass or green plants. The first trophic level is having the grass and green plants are present. This is having the first trophic level. In the second trophic level, they are having the herbivores are present. Herbivores are present in the second trophic level. In the third trophic level, first, second are primary, secondary, tertiary, carnivores are present. Means the first trophic level, it is a down. The trophic level, it is started with the grass or the green plants are present. Next trophic level, it is having the mainly the herbivores are present. The third, next trophic level is having the primary, secondary, like this, tertiary. The trophic levels will be there. Means the every time first trophic level is started with the grass or green plant. That's why we call it the grazing food chain. The animals are grazing. That's why we call it here. It is the grass or the grazing food chain. It started with the grass, and the herbivores are depend on the grass, and the above that one carnivores are depend on the herbivores. Here, like this is about the grazing food chain. It is having the it is having the 3 to 5 trophic levels are present. It is having 3 to 5 trophic levels are present. What it is means, some examples I'm giving here. See this one. First one is a grass. Aphid. Spider. Small birds. Hawk. Here like this. Here the 5 trophic levels are there. Grass, the aphids, and the aphids are taken the grass, and small bugs are taken by the spider. The spider is taken by the small birds. Lastly, the hawk. This is the last trophic level. Hawk is present. That is the largest animal. Next is the some are having the 3 trophic levels also present. They are called as the grass, deer, and the lion. Here, like this, there may be grazing food chain, maybe 3 to 5 trophic levels will be there. Here, the first trophic level, second, this one is the first. This one is called as the primary. The first trophic level. This one is the second, third. Inside of the third trophic level, they are primary. This one is a primary, secondary, and tertiary consumers will be there. Here, next, this one is about the grazing food chain. Next is the second one, parasitic food chain. Second type of food chain, it is parasitic food chain. Normally, grazing food chain, it is started with the small animals and ends in the trophic level. Larger animals are there. small plants. It started with the small plants and ends with the large animals. But here in the parasitic food chain, it is started with the large animals or large organisms and ends with the small organisms. For example, the parasitic food chain means the tree is there. Above the trees, number of the reptiles, birds, and the mammals will be there. Above that one, the ecto or endoparasites will be there. Here, it is started with the parasitic food chain. It is started with large organisms. For example, I'll give the example, then you understood. First, large tree is present. Above the tree, which one is present means the birds are present. Birds may be present, reptiles, mammals. Inside of the birds or reptiles or mammals, inside the parasites are present. They are called as endoparasites, and the outside is present that we call as the ectoparasites. Here, endo and ectoparasites. See this one? It is a first trophic level. There's a before that, the first trophic level. Inside of that, small organisms, small plants are there. But here, the biggest tree is. It started with the tree. The next trophic level, the less than the smaller than the first trophic level, the birds, reptiles, mammals are present. The inside of the birds and mammals more smaller than endo and ectoparasites are present. This is the reverse. It is occur. Normally, all are started with the small organisms, end with the large. But parasitic food chain is started with the large organisms and ends with the small organisms. This is about the parasitic food chain. Next one is the detritus food chain. Last one. This is the third one. It is called the detritus food chain. First one is the grazing food chain. Why how we called as the means grazing food chain means it is started with the grass. That's why grazing food chain. Here it is started with the detritus. That's why we call as a detritus food chain. The first trophic level every time the detritus will be there. Means detritus means dead and decaying the plants and animals, and the fecal matter is combined and form it as a detritus. Inside of the detritus, decomposers are there. What is the use of these decomposers means these decomposers are secreting some type of enzymes. These enzymes are mainly that converts the detritus into soluble and the absorbable. Clear? That's why the detritus means dead and decaying plants and animals, and the fecal matter of the animals all are combined and form it as a detritus. Inside of the detritus, the animals are there that we call as the decomposers. These decomposers are secreting some enzymes that is converts the detritus into simple and the diffusible form. Here, next it is started with the detritus first trophic level. Detritus is present. Above that one, other animals are present. I'll write it as the example. See this one, detritus. Taken by the earthworms. Earthworms are taken by the frog. Frog is taken by the snake. Snake is taken by the hawk. Here, like that, this is a detritus. It is started with before that in the grazing food chain that is started by the grass. By here, it is started by the detritus, dead and decaying matter. And above that one, the earthworm, the first trophic level one, the detritus is present, and the second trophic level earthworm is present, and the next is these are the carnivores, primary carnivores, secondary carnivores, tertiary carnivores. First one is the normally they are the first trophic level is the the plants, the autotrophs are present. Above the autotrophs, the head, they are depending is called as a, they are called as a, the earthworms are present. They are the here above the earthworms, the carnivores are present. The carnivores are frog, snake, and the hawk. Primary carnivore. This one is a herbivore. Herbivore. This one is a primary carnivore. Secondary carnivore. It ends in the mostly. They ends with the secondary carnivore. Like this, they started with the detritus. Means the three food chains. First food chain is started with the grass. Second food chain is large organisms like trees, and the third is it is started with the dead and decaying matter. It is called as a detritus, and also the food web. The food chains are not isolated; they are linked to each other. Means any type of the food chain you can take. Inside of the food chain, animals are there now. That animals are having the same common the food requirement is there. That's why the food chains are like this. This is the one food chain. Here the first trophic level, second trophic level, third will be there. Next, another, this one is the one more here it is present. That is this one and this one is both of them are having the common, the food sources are there. That's why they interlink, the food chains are interlinked with each other. That we call as a food web. Here, this one is about the food chains. Here, with this, we finish the two LAQs. One is the air pollution, and second one is called as a food chains. In this lesson, these two are the important. Next, I will take the lake ecosystem also. It is not that much important only, but it is a difficulty. That's why I'm taking afterwards. Tomorrow I'll take the other lessons, SAQs. Now I'm taking from the biology in human welfare. The time is there. That's why I'm taking the SAQs from the biology in human welfare. The parasites we learn from that lesson only. Already we discussed the SAQs, adaptations of parasites we discussed. And the next is the difference between the tobacco adverse effects also we discussed. And now the difference between the hypertrophy and hyperplasia. Hyperplasia. Here, what is the hypertrophy? The parasites are in the plasmodium, life cycle, in the erythrocytic cycle. Here in the erythrocytic cycle, RBC becomes as in the amoeboid stage. They becomes as a double in size. That we call as a hypertrophy. Means the parasite cause the increase in the size of host cell is called hypertrophy. What it is means, the example is mainly the plasmodium is causing the cause the RBC double in size. With the effects of the with the effect of plasmodium, RBC of the man becomes as a double in size. That condition is called as a double in size. That condition is called as a hypertrophy. Here means when the parasite is present inside of the host cells are becomes as a size will be, the cell means the one cell size will be increased. That we call it as the hypertrophy. What about the hyperplasia means? Here before that Hypertrophy means only one cell becomes as a increased in size. But in the hypertrophy, the organ will become as a larger. That we call as a hyperplasia. Means simply we call as a that the parasite cause increase the number of cells in host organs. Host organs means host organ means organs are becomes as a larger in size. That we call as a the hyperplasia. In the hypertrophy means only the cell size will be increased, but hyperplasia means the number of cells number is increased. That's why the organs are becomes as a larger. That we call as a hyperplasia. Example is fasciola. The parasite fasciola. This fasciola is present in the bile duct of sheep. Here, where it is present in the bile duct in the liver. The bile duct is having bile duct of sheep. Which one is present? Fasciola is present. Inside of that bile duct, they are having the number of the cells are formed. These cells are blockage the bile duct. And sometimes the hyperplasia is causing the death also. Means the bile duct is inside of that, they cyst like they are formed, they are blockaged, that causes the sometimes the animal also will die. This one is about the hypertrophy and the hyperplasia. Simply the cell size is increased. In the host cell, parasite present, in the host cell size is increased, that we call as hypertrophy. The cell number is increased, that we call as a hyperplasia. Hypertrophy example is plasmodium, and the hyperplasia example is fasciola. Here, this is about the difference between the, it is a one LAQ, SAQ, difference between the hypertrophy and the hyperplasia. Next in this lesson only, next SAQ, pathogenicity of entamoeba. Already we completed the in the LAQ entamoeba histolytica life cycle. What it is means, it is the mainly entamoeba is causing the amoebic dysentery, or also called as a amoebiasis. When it is caused means the amoeba, where it is present in the entamoeba is present in the large intestine. In the large intestine, the amoeba is present, entamoeba is present. This entamoeba, they are form the ulcers in the mucous membrane. Here, inside of the large intestine, mucous membrane, the trophozoites are present. These trophozoites are causing the ulcers. Here, trophozoites cause ulcers in the large intestine. Ulcers in large intestine. From the ulcers, what will happen means the blood debris and the bacteria oozes out. Here, from the ulcers, which one is coming out, oozes out the blood and the debris, cell debris, and also some type of bacteria is also enter out. This all means the mucus, blood, and debris, they comes out through the fecal matter. That's why it's called as a blood motions. Here, the fecal matter is containing the blood and the debris, that's and mucus, that we call as the amoebiasis, are also called as a amoebic dysentery. Simply we called as a blood motions. Here, Next, sometimes the trophozoite extra-intestinal migration. In the life cycle time, we discuss extra-intestinal migration. The trophozoites sometimes enter inside of the circulation, blood circulation, and they enter into the vital organs like the liver, lungs, brain, and kidneys. They enter inside of the vital organs. They are causing the abscess is formed. Here, the wound-like structure is formed. Abscess is formed in the inside of the vital organ that causes the severe pathological conditions inside of the organ. The damage is occur, abscesses occur. They are causing the more than the amoebiasis. Severe pathological conditions are occur. Severe pathological conditions are occur. Here, this is about the extra-intestinal migration this causing. Next, the asymptomatic cystopathos. Some people doesn't have symptoms, doesn't have any symptoms, but their fecal matter contain tetranucleated cysts. These are the contaminated stage. Tetranucleated cysts. That persons is called as that peoples are called as that persons called. For this one is also important for the 2 marks. Here, asymptomatic cystopathos. Why the entamoeba histolytica affecting persons is called asymptomatic cystopathos. Here, the persons called asymptomatic cystopathos. They pass the cyst, but they are not having the symptoms. But they pass the cyst to the next host. That's why we call it as asymptomatic cystopathos. Here, this is about the pathogenicity of the entamoeba histolytica. What it is means that it is causing the entamoeba histolytica, mainly causing the amoebiasis, or also called the amoebic dysentery. What it is means the entamoeba main trophozoite is present in the large intestine mucus. They are present. They are causing the ulcers. From the ulcers, blood and debris comes out. They comes out along with the fecal matter that is causing as the blood motions. This is called as amoebiasis. Next, sometimes the trophozoites are enter extra-intestinal migration is occur. Instead of going to the intestine, they goes to the blood circulation. From the circulation, they enter into the vital organs like liver, lungs, brain, and kidneys. They are forming it as abscess in this one. With this abscess, they are causing the severe pathological conditions inside of this. Here, next, the last, some people doesn't have any symptoms. They are not having the symptoms, but their fecal matter is containing the infective stages. They are called as tetranucleated cysts. That's why that persons are called as asymptomatic cystopathos. Here, this one is about the pathogenicity of entamoeba. In the biology and human welfare, we discuss the SAQs. First one is the parasitic adaptations we discussed. Next, second, the tobacco adverse effects we discussed. The difference between the hypertrophy and hyperplasia. Next, this one is the fourth one. The pathogenicity of the entamoeba is the fourth one. More 2, 3 are there. I will take in the next class. Next class. Tomorrow, same time, this class will be there.